What are you laughing at, dude?
I thought we always laugh at the start of these.
Not today. Not today. We're way behind in the garden. We have a lot of work to do. Okay. This is the backyard replanting bonanza.
Honestly, I think the garden looks really good, but I don't know, I guess what's hiding behind me is maybe what you're referring to.
Well, it's a little bit of where you're standing. It's a little bit of this area over here. Like we said last episode, no one needs that much charge. I'm choking just thinking about it.
Too much.
So today, in this video, Jacques and I are gonna hit the greenhouse. We have a sauce garden, hopefully we can get planted.
Okay.
We have a melon patch, hopefully we can get planted. And I do have to say, today's video is sponsored by Shopify, but more on that later. Let's hit the greenhouse.
That's it.
Don't mind if I do, by the way.
Savage.
If you haven't been over on Jacques' channel and watched his little cabbage video, I'm copying him.
It's the only way to harvest.
So we are looking a little sparse up here in a good way.
But what you have looks great.
Yeah, what we have looks great. So let's take a look first. We've got our melons, cantaloupes.
Okay.
Right? So
I'm going big this year.
That's the thing is, you might have to take some of these because there's no way I can grow all these. So we got those.
Okay.
I don't know exactly even which one I'm going to plant, but we don't even have a place currently in this layout to plant them.
Prep.
But what I'm excited about, dude, is the peppers. I don't have them in the garden yet.
They look amazing,
I
too.
have nearly zero peppers. Do you have peppers in yours?
I just put them in literally last week.
Really?
So I'm starting to catch up.
So I've got one honking Megatron pep.
It looks so healthy, too.
Like, it's huge. All the peppers this year look really
start
good.
producing it here.
Yeah, I know. We've got the Scotch bonnet.
Oh, yeah, that
so
one's
this
always
short
small.
guy.
That one's always small.
Mm-hmm. And then, minus our sauce garden, which is right here. These are all San Marzanos, guys. So if you remember last year, we had the sauce garden up front, and we had the trellised indeterminate garden over there. This year, I think I'd actually prefer to put the sauce garden in the backyard as well.
Okay. You're trying to make more zesty salsa?
I need some more zesty salsa. You guys remember the existential crisis we had on the zesty episode. So then we got the early jalapeno here.
Classic.
So I'm just gonna try to separate all our peppers out.
Yeah, you've got a whole bunch back there.
This is really the sauce here. And so these are all grown from seed, which I'm really proud of. And there's some cool ones. Like we've got a banana pepper, we have serrano.
Okay. Classics.
This isn't a year. Remember, like a couple years back when we went up and we got like a ton of those rare chilies.
Yeah.
I planted like 20 chilies.
Maybe even more.
Maybe even more. This year, because of the paprika success that I just had, I want to grow less peppers, and I want to grow them to be bigger plants and grow them a little longer throughout the season and harvest and dry as many as I can to make like different spice blends.
Stay on top of the harvesting and get more in the long run, basically.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. So why don't we start with peps?
All right.
I'll grab these. Oh, by the way, guys, kind of cute. Not on the store yet, but will be soon on our Shopify store. The 3-inch pot. So we have the 5 inches already up, but the 3 inches are new and they are unreleased, but I don't know, I'm a fan.
I think it's perfect for a pepper, basically.
Great for a little pepper pot up. All right, let's head out there. The question though is, what are we gonna remove?
Well,
ooh, that's nice.
I mean,
goes right on this.
I know. Now that you have a table, I'm gonna make use of it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, here's what I'll say. I did put a couple peppers where I removed the Brussels sprouts.
Oh, okay.
Recently.
Yeah, it looks like onions there too.
We could transition this over. There's really only one Brussels sprout plant I'm absolutely married to, and that'd be this one right here.
The one up front?
Yeah, the one up front. The rest, frankly, aren't doing that well, even though they look that they are like they are.
Check this out, actually.
Yeah.
They look really good.
Yeah. These look solid.
Yeah. Like literally
actually,
solid.
This particular one is
not a loose one.
That's very solid.
That's cool.
It's almost a little too solid. Yeah, if you ask me. See this one? See how these ones are kind of like...
Yeah, that one's kind of loosey.
They're loose. And we know it's a season where these just are only going to do worse and worse.
Yep.
They're not going to do better.
They're not going to get any better.
So to me, I'm like, do I need that many Brussels sprouts? No, but was it a beautiful way to cover crop this winter? It was.
Yeah.
So I'll leave this one. Why don't we just start by removing these 3?
I already know who's going to love them too.
The hens. You ever seen those videos of those knife competitions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they're like, whoosh, cut a piece of rope, whoosh, cut a little slice of paper.
Now. I know. I'm gonna throw the Megatron like right here. Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna go in right here if you want to pass me something.
Yeah, here. Why don't you put in the? Let's go through all the peppers for everyone too. So we've got cayenne blend. Oh yeah, that'd be this one here. That's cayenne blend.
Hey, a little cayenne pepper at home.
Bell, California Wonder, right there. Here, I'll just give you that 4 cluster. Oh, there's some hotties right here. We got that ghost. Oh, you know what? I might go in with the Pequeño. Oh, I know that's one of your favorites.
One of my faves.
Absolute favorites.
That's the one where
I do have 2, Jacques.
Maybe.
I do have 2.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go in
You're gonna
with
do a little
2.
pear.
Yep.
So that's such a small pepper that like that's one where I'd say maybe you top it.
Maybe you actually do it, yeah.
It's going to be able to produce a lot of fruit.
And since we have so much space here, I am gonna try to go 18-inch spacing.
Okay.
If I can. So what ones were you growing this season? I don't even know if we talked about it.
No, we actually haven't. So this year, I just discovered as I was planting is that a lot of my sweet peppers didn't make it. And I just wasn't paying attention, I guess.
Like in your greenhouse?
Yeah, like the seeds I started, I just kind of potted up whatever was there and I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
But it seems like most of the ones that made it this year were the hot peppers. And I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. Or maybe I didn't start them. I don't even remember.
Okay.
But
So
I have early
spicy time
jalapeno.
for you.
Yeah. A lot of early jalapenos. I have the Joey Parker Anaheim, which I'm really excited for. New pepper for me this year is a Fresno pepper.
Oh, you haven't grown a Fresno?
No.
Yeah.
No, I really like them. They get like really nice, like with a little bit of heat when they're red, a lot of flavor. So yeah, I'm trying to grow some more of those Italian frying peppers, like the long ones.
Yeah.
Like the Marconi pepper, or like the Jimmy Nardello, which is a classic.
Well, I've got the Hungarian pepper that I grew last year and made into the paprika.
Oh, you did?
But I think I only have it in overwintered state. I don't think we started new seeds, so I'm actually curious if I can resurrect it. If not, I'm just gonna have to do some additional types of spice blends.
I mean, so what I did is I just started around the peppers yesterday.
Really?
So kind of late, but
Better than never.
yeah, I feel like at this point in the season, they'll probably grow fast anyway and they'll catch up. So that's my theory. I'm gonna try it out. If they don't come up, whatever. I have what I have.
Yeah.
Wow, it's crazy how many peppers you could actually fit in here, even with
you
good
could
spacing.
fit. You could fit
a lot.
what, about 20,
Is
25
there something
peppers?
on fire there? Is that palm tree on fire?
So there wasn't a fire. There was just a really weird lawnmower, I guess is the best way I could put it, and hopefully it's okay now. But as we plant these peppers out, I want to talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, which is Shopify. And believe me when I say it, epic gardening really wouldn't exist the way that it does today. Jacques, you probably wouldn't be digging out some peppers right now.
No, I don't think
You'd be
so.
back at your geology PhD.
Yeah, being sad.
Without Shopify. Shopify is a commerce platform. It is the platform that powers not only shop.epicgardening.com, our store, but botanicalinterests.com, our seed company. And in fact, one of the very first things we did when we acquired Botanical Interests is we immediately moved them over to the Shopify platform because it just makes it so much easier to run a store, especially one like Botanical with hundreds and hundreds of varieties of seeds. So if you're someone who wants to start a business, who has something that they offer online or in person, Shopify is wholeheartedly the choice that we use. I can't tell you how vital it is to our business. It might be the absolute most important piece of software that we use here at Epic Gardening. So if you want a free trial, check out the link in the description below. Thanks to Shopify for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the peppers.
So here's the other thing I'm doing, Kevin, this year, is I am that planting in pairs.
Oh, you space them close?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So the way that you plant them in pairs is that you do the 18-inch or whatever spacing between plants.
Yeah.
But then when you have two of the same varieties,
You crunch
go
them.
like 6 inches apart.
Okay.
And it's called holding hands, which is kind of cheesy.
I don't like the name, but
Because like they're touching leaf to leaf.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That way they should pollinate each other and maybe even support each other better.
you know what it reminds me of?
We'll see.
It just reminds me of Dave Wilson and backyard orchard culture, but for
Like a 2-in-1 tree.
for edible,
Yeah.
vegetables.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna experiment in your yard just like I'm doing it in my yard.
Yeah. Give it a shot.
And we'll see what happens. So I put in the golden California bell. That's gonna make some nice golden paprika. And I'm gonna put in some orange sun next.
Look at that root system.
Honestly, it's
a perfect
one
time
of the
to-
healthiest pepper transplants I've ever seen in my life.
I know. This root system is perfect. Okay, in we go. The hardest part for me about adopting more of your style of gardening is that it's harder for me to make sense of planting plans when like stuff's just kind of randomly in here.
It is hard.
But in a way, it's freeing.
It's kind of liberating, right?
It is. Yeah.
The plan
Yeah.
is that there is no plan.
Yeah.
No plan. You just go in there and you vibe it out. Whatever feels right, that's where you put it.
I can't put my stamp on that philosophy. Not completely, at least.
I have to say, like, I never use the kneeler because I never think to grab it.
It's so much nicer.
But since you
Can toss
handed it to
mine,
me,
actually?
yeah, since you handed it to me, I'm like, oh, actually, it's not. My knees aren't getting destroyed.
You know what?
I'm here for it.
I've been traumatized because I went in to get a pedi with my girlfriend once because it's actually pretty fun. I have to be
Yeah.
honest.
I'm laughing because I've heard this.
The guy looks at my feet. He literally starts on my knees. Like, how disrespectful is that? He's like, we can't even start with what you paid for. I need to do something different.
He's like, I can't walk away from this.
Yeah, I think it was like against his constitution to allow my knees to be in that state. So now I'm on the kneeler game. I don't want that shame.
I haven't been shamed like that in public yet, so.
It was.
Don't come at me in the comments, by the way.
It was so
Don't
bad.
talk about my knees. I don't need that on me.
It was so bad.
All right, I think we did a pretty good job here putting a whole bunch of peppers in this ground.
I honestly want more though.
Yeah, well, you got ghost peppers. Do you really want those?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because why? Because I'm gonna do spice ones.
Oh, okay.
So in that case, it makes sense.
Well, where do you want to ghost it up?
Let's put them in this middle area. This is the one area that's kind of
right there.
Yeah. And yes, I am watering overhead, guys.
It's fine. Hey, have you ever heard of rain? It's fine.
It's been a while actually since we've talked about the hens. How are yours doing?
They're doing well.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're laying a lot. I have like 3 dozen eggs.
I had a record, all 9 laid yesterday. And so my girlfriend and I have been eating about 6, 7 eggs a day between us.
That's a lot.
I'm still net positive, which is like a troubling time.
Yeah.
So they're gonna love that. Now, what I've noticed is every single hen besides Chetty has not figured out how to fly the coop. Chetty is the only one that has figured out how to truly get out. And every morning she'll be out.
Huh.
Every other one just watches her do it and just is like, okay,
Like,
I guess I'm stuck in here.
I don't know how you did that.
Yeah, so they don't seem too.
I think they'll get
pleased
to it.
by
They'll
that.
get to it.
Here's a question: how many eggs? How many
I'm gonna
eggs?
say, last time, what did we see? Like 5 dozen?
It's only been like a couple days.
I'm gonna say 3 dozen.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
It's not that many.
It's like a dozen and a half.
It's like 15 maybe. All right, frittata
Not bad.
incoming. But it's been a while.
Boop it up.
Why don't you do the honors?
Hey, there's a lot of honors out here too.
So, the story on this is we planted 0 of this chamomile. Actually 0. Yeah.
I need to get
And so
myself a booper.
we're on the path right now, Jacques. I was
Yeah.
thinking what we could do.
Yeah, where is the path?
You're on it. That's about it though. So let's harvest as much as we can
Okay.
and actually remove 1 or 2 of them
Okay. like
because
this.
it's just too much,
Yeah.
right? It's just too much.
Yeah.
The reason we have to clear out this area is because we got to have somewhere to plant the melons.
Oh, dang. I forgot about the
And
melons.
by the way, see our squash here? First of all, we got to water this, but second of all, I really like the idea of just trying vertical in this patch because they're planted so close together. This would get completely unruly.
Yeah.
So we could try vertical squash for this whole area and just see what happens.
That'd be really
Be
cool
kinda
to see,
cool.
actually.
Yeah.
Or like a little field of vertical squashes. Look at this pile I got going here.
That's nice. That's
So
pretty
I think
nice.
I think we're gonna have some chamomile for a while.
I got some tea. Yeah, see, look, this pathway just kind of came back to life.
Yeah.
You know, this
So
is
it
great.
literally was gone.
It was gone.
Oh, whoa. Look at that.
I know.
Potato problem.
I know. Yeah. This is actually kind of awkward.
It is a little awkward. Are those volunteers?
Yeah, I think they are.
Those purple ones.
Honestly, I think. Oh.
Oh.
Problem solved, I guess.
Honestly,
Tatey time.
disrespectful because that's a better harvest than I usually get. Potatoes don't like
You
me.
tend to struggle with potatoes. What's the
I don't
deal?
know. I don't know. I think I never give them enough.
Hey,
Who could be mad at that?
so far so good, right?
I like it.
Okay, a couple months back, you and I planted the smile patch. I have to say, is one of the best ideas we had in the spring.
It looks
Absolutely.
so good.
It doesn't look as good now.
Yeah.
So Jacques has a technique he wants to show you on how to give a little bit of life back to flowers that are starting to look a bit spent, but still have life in them.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So over here you have these poppies and they're still flowering. There's a lot of like new pods on the way, like this guy over here.
All these, yeah.
But it's flopping.
Yeah.
It's real floppy.
And you know what's sad about this is none of them were open,
Yeah.
and the second they started opening, they fell. So it's like
Okay.
you wait so long, and then you get a little depressed. So
Yeah.
so give me your technique.
So here's what we do. All we need to do is look for like, so they're all falling towards me right now. So over here is like kind of the middle.
Yep.
All I'm going to do is try to push this in. That's going to be our main supports. We want it to be as deep as we could really get it.
All right, that'll work.
Let's run with that. So here's what I'll do. You take the twine.
Yeah.
I'll pick up these flowers and all we're going to do is wrap them in twine and tie it to the stake. And so here's the thing. At first, it looks a little bit
It
weird.
looks a little janky.
But after it settles in,
Yeah.
like a day or two, it'll start to loosen.
And then come
it'll
around
look
here.
like a vase.
You got this path back
Yeah.
again, right?
Yeah.
So reestablishing that path line. Now I like the path to be broken, design-wise. But when it's falling over, then you can't walk on it. Now your function's gone.
Yeah.
So honestly, we could have done even more.
Yeah, we could tie up a
There's
little
even more
more,
over
and we
here.
could use the same stake.
Yeah.
So
So let's
again-
do that. I'll place a couple more stakes.
Yeah. The important thing to remember is that it's not going to look like this forever. It's the first day.
Frankly, it still
And then
looks better than it did
still
before.
looks better, but it'll loosen and look way more natural and start to regrow and really fill in quite nicely.
A lot of material, because not only is compost bin number 1 full, so is compost bin number 2, and compost bin number 3 is full of compost. So we are suffering from success, DJ Khaled style. Thank you for watching today's video. Thanks to Shopify for sponsoring the video. Stay tuned. In the next episode, we're probably going to be tackling the rest of this backyard garden, as well as maybe planting out a melon patch. Good luck in the garden, and keep on growing. Are you starting?
I don't know.
Okay, you got to give me a second.
Okay.
You got to give me a second, bro.
Is
that a real laugh?
No, now I'm laughing
Oh, okay,
at the
okay,
situation.
okay.